Hello folks, Albert here, another episode of Most Cowbell. I am on my way to H Mart. It's about 10 blocks from my house, which is a half mile. The short blocks, so blocks in New York City are 0.05 tenths of a mile. So yeah, I'm doing a vlog.
Nice.
So anyway, I'm gonna answer some questions while I'm meandering up to H Mart, which is an Asian supermarket in my neighborhood. Gonna get some Asian food to celebrate Asian and Pacific Islander Heritage Month, and give a shout out to all my Asian friends out there. Daniel Chen, Flo Chen, Hiram Song from Korea, Ayoung, of course, the fantastic drummer. If you haven't seen her, she is amazing. Check her out. Anyway, and other people, Ipe from Japan. I cherish my Asian friends. Retro Rune E001. How many 75-year-olds run around Manhattan? Okay, I have to make a confession here. I do these races, and I don't even come in the top half of the 75 and olders. I mean, it's pathetic. I am so slow. So yeah, there's plenty of older men and women, especially women, older women, who run races in Manhattan, and I'm one of them. One of several thousand. Make vlogs? Now there you go. Run and make vlogs. I don't think any of my Roadrunner competitors make vlogs and do the races. So yeah, probably am kind of unique. Jeff Bogue writes, do you have any stories about Thin Lizzy? Oh my God, yes, those guys were so much fun. My first recollection was sitting in a hotel in Copenhagen with Brian Downey. And he said, you've got to try this drink. It's the greatest thing. Campari and soda. And I tasted it, and I'm like, this tastes like cough syrup. He's like, no, you don't get it. It's a little berry from Italy. So anyway, so I've been drinking Campari and soda only in the summertime when it's super hot. It's kind of bitter and sweet, like life itself. And one time, this was in Amsterdam. We went out with Thin Lizzy, and Phil Lynott was so hysterical. He had the whole restaurant laughing. It was great. He was a little tipsy too. I think we all were. Oh, he was a great bloke, Phil Lynott. I'm sure if I talked to my brother, he would have more details about that evening, because we were all there. It was both bands, you know. I remember what I ordered. I had steak à poivre. It was the best steak à poivre I've ever had. And of course, now I don't eat meat anymore, so I don't know. Maybe you could make Beyond Burger à poivre. Hold your fire. Here's a hold your fire question. I've wondered how you look back on not performing at Castle Donington, UK Monsters of Rock Festival in 1981. Well, yeah, I was not even in England by then. I was on a plane back to the United States, so, you know, it wasn't like I was pining in the hotel room saying, oh, why don't they let me play? No, I knew I fucked up, and I just hoped that I could somehow undo it at some point in time. I think it took a lot longer than I imagined it would. Somebody said, Tim H. talked about the stairs in the going home video. I think that was the one. And that was where a Charles Bronson movie was filmed. A very distinctive looking place in Manhattan. I can't remember the name of it. I'll look it up. Maybe if I can find it, I'll put it in the comments below. And then finally, last question. Mark Konzarowski. I think that's how you say it, Konzarowski. Do you see the Glee Club as primarily a social experience, a chance to keep up your chops, or a source of artistic interpretation, or a combination of all three? That's it, the one. I take D. Combination of all three. I originally I wanted to do it because I thought it would make me a better singer, and I'm not wrong about that. I feel much more confident about my abilities, or even lack of abilities, because it's not whether you can sing the highest note or hold the note longest or any of that crap. It's if you can make the best out of the equipment that you got. That's what it's all about, and that's what we do in the Glee Club. It is a social club, a social experience. We usually go out after every practice, which is, we do about 15 practices a night. A season. We do 2 concerts. We do 2 concerts a year, and we practice 15 times for each concert every Monday night. And after the practice, we will go out to a Japanese restaurant and then have sake or beer or whatever, and tell dirty jokes, and just in general have a great little time there. So it is a social thing. But and it also, the other thing is that we do material in the Glee Club that I would never, I've never been exposed to this kind of stuff, since high school. I guess in my high school band we did show tunes and classical pieces and pop tunes and all of that, but the Glee Club is a chance for me to do all of this stuff that is outside of my comfort zone, outside of my what I would usually do. And I guess that's about it. That's all the questions I'm going to take for today. And hopefully I'll have some other stuff. I talked about shaving off the beard on the way to Dictators yesterday, so I'll put that in here too. Hey, I thought of something else about shaving off the old face hair, the face mullet. Yeah, so I'm a kind of sensual guy, and I'm one of these guys that loves to kiss. I do, and it's just not as pleasurable when you have all that face, all that hair there. It's just, it is kind of cool, but I don't know. I want to get to kissing, so that's why. Then that's another thing. Also, everybody else in the Dictators doesn't have a... There's Russ. Hell! There he is. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed this. Remember, and also, thanks for all the kind comments. You guys, you're the best. You've really been very, very kind and supportive to me, so I thank you for that. It means a lot. And that's it. Have a great week. We'll see you next week.